Hey there, True Power comic fans. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have an intriguing topic that will make you rethink your dreams of becoming a superhero. Get ready, because in this video, we're counting down the top 6 superpowers you would never want. Now, we've all fantasized about having superpowers, right? The power to fly, become invisible, or even super strength. But not all superpowers are so desirable. Some powers come with a price. A dark side that can make the power seem, well, not worth having if I'm being completely honest. And before we start our list, only a small percent of you watching my videos have subscribed, so if you could take a moment and subscribe and show some support, I would be truly grateful. Now, on to the video. Prepare yourselves for a tale of mutant marvels and, well, a not-so-marvelous mutant ability. Specifically, Cyclops and his recruitment spree after the epic Avengers vs. X-Men showdown. Now, among the new wave of mutants, there's one that stands out for unique reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Fabio Medina, the one and only Goldballs. And no, it's not what you think, because Goldballs earned his nickname for a reason. It's because this mutant's power is the ability to generate an infinite number of golden spheres. Not the most awe-inspiring superpower out there, I'll admit. Let's be honest here, these golden spheres aren't exactly destructive forces of world-saving tools. They're just, well, spheres. Fancy gold ones, but spheres nonetheless. So, in terms of usefulness, Fabio might not be the first pick for a mutant superhero team-up. But, just when you thought Goldballs was doomed to be the weakest of the weak, something extraordinary happened. Cue the dramatic music. During the epic events of House of X and Powers of X, where mutants established their own paradise known as Krakoa, Professor X stumbled upon an unexpected revelation. It turns out that Fabio's seemingly useless gold spheres, when combined with the powers of 4 other mutants, can be utilized to replicate immortality itself. Talk about a plot twist. But, without those other mutants by his side, poor Fabio's power is essentially as valuable as a golden sphere rolling down a hill. Pretty much useless. Alright folks, gather round, because we're diving into the world of superheroes that's, well, nutty to say the least. Squirrel Girl burst onto the scene way back in 1991, but it wasn't until the 21st century that she started gaining some serious momentum. She starred in her own solo series, aptly titled Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and boy did she live up to that name. Squirrel Girl earned her unbeatable reputation by taking down some of the heavy-hitting villains. We're talking about Whiplash, Kraven, and even Dr. Doom. Yeah, she managed to defeat the notorious Dr. Doom himself, and you might be wondering, what makes her so unbeatable? Well, buckle up, because this is where it gets a little squirrely. Among her impressive array of powers, like enhanced agility and accelerated healing, Squirrel Girl possesses a unique ability that becomes the stuff of memes and pop culture legend. Her superpower is the power to communicate with and command squirrels. Yeah, you heard me right. When push comes to shove, she can summon an array of fluffy-tailed warriors to do her bidding. I'm talking about a squirrel army, people. Now don't get me wrong, a legion of angry squirrels can be surprisingly formidable, but let's face it, in the grand scheme of things, commanding squirrels is just a tad silly, and it's definitely not anyone's first choice in a superpower. Black Bolt, the inhuman superhero who you don't want to hear scream, or even talk really. Now, mutant powers seem to emerge during the teen years, because acne and puberty just aren't enough to go through at that age. But Inhumans are different. They need a little something special to set off their powers. So, what do? They go for a little Terrigen Mist spa treatment, just take a deep breath and voila, powers activated. Now, let's talk about Black Bolt. Oh boy, this guy takes the concept of powerful to a whole new level. His superpower is a sonic scream that can literally level entire cities. I mean, forget about smashing buildings with a green giant fist or laser beams from your eyes. Black Bolt just needs to whisper and boom, you're all taking an involuntary redecorating tour. And as much as we might envy Black Bolt's earth-shattering abilities, the risk is just too darn high. Can you imagine accidentally sneezing or stubbing your toe and causing a sonic wave that knocks over skyscrapers? Talk about an overreaction. So, as incredible as it sounds, Black Bolt's power is like a double-edged sword. Sure, he can manipulate energy and create these sonic waves, but the collateral damage? Yikes. It's like having a flamethrower for a superpower but accidentally barbecuing your entire neighborhood. We're about to embark on a journey to Manhattan, where the unthinkable happened during the infamous Spider Island incident, and the genius himself, Reed Richards, came to the rescue. Now, we all know Reed Richards, the brainiac extraordinaire, the creme de la creme when it comes to intellect in the Marvel Comics universe. And when trouble strikes, you can bet your bottom dollar that Reed is on the case. So when the dastardly jackal released an army of bedbugs that granted spider powers upon biting their victims, Reed Richards was there to save the day. But here's the twist. The bite only affects people without powers. So, what was Reed's solution to this arachnid mayhem? The brilliant mind behind the Fantastic Four decided to give the entire population of Manhattan superpowers. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's incredible, everyone in Manhattan became a superhero? Well, no, because these superpowers weren't exactly spectacular. In fact, they were more on the underwhelming side. Reed's stroke of genius resulted in every single resident of Manhattan acquiring the astounding ability to detect which way is north. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. The gift of compass power. Now, while we can't deny the usefulness of knowing which way is north, imagine expecting to swing from buildings like Spider-Man, only to find out you've been blessed with an internal compass. Oh, Reed. The dramatic world of Axel Clooney, a mutant with an interesting power. Let's just say it's not your everyday superpower. Axel has the unique ability to spew acid from his mouth. And this acid is no joke. It can eat through or dissolve almost any substance in the world. Not exactly your ideal superpower. Axel's journey as a mutant was far from a walk in the park. Tormented by nightmares of his first time his powers manifested. He found out he had this power after drunkenly vomiting on his then girlfriend and burning off her face. Ouch. But there's more to Axel's story. Billionaire Spike Freeman and the former superhero The Arm joined forces and created the first ever celebrity superhero mutant group, X-Force. And who was chosen to lead this eccentric team? None other than our acid-spewing friend, Axel. And last but never least, DC's Doom Patrol, where being a misfit is the norm and strange powers are the name of the game. Among the cast of lovable oddballs, there's one character whose ability takes the cake for being truly messed up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Negative Man, Larry Trainor, a test pilot who, thanks to an unfortunate accident during a test flight, gained a power that is bizarre as it is unsettling. You see, Larry has the ability to release a form of negative energy from his body, which manifests as a glowing shadow. And no, we're not talking about some friendly Casper-like shadow either. This shadow entity has some serious skills. It can fly, make objects explode, and even phase through solid matter. Talk about a power set that can come in handy during some wild superhero escapades. But unfortunately, with great power comes, well, in Larry's case, some serious downsides. When his negative energy is released, his physical form is left weakened and helpless. Not exactly a superhero's dream, right? Well, here's the kicker. Larry can only survive for a single minute while his negative energy is out and about, meaning that every Doom Patrol mission becomes a race against time for Larry, with mere seconds to save the day or face dire consequences. Can you imagine the pressure of battling evil knowing that one wrong move could be your last? Talk about living on the edge, but the downsides don't even stop there. Larry's life is far from ordinary. You see, he can't even sustain physical touch with any other humans. In order to protect those around him from radiation, he's forced to live within cloaks and bandages, isolating himself from the intimacy that others take for granted. So you could see why he's on our list. But with that being said, I bid you farewell on this list of the top 6 superpowers you would never want. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment which superpower you thought was the worst. See you next time with True Power Comics.